Hi everyone. All right, so notice that a few of you are already here. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Let's see. We've got hi Sarah, hi Dawn, hi Joanne, and we've still got the heart problem, have we? Oh dear. Oh, oh Dawn, you want to be heartless? It's very windy today. Very windy. So it looks like I cursed myself yesterday. I thought I saw Matthew. Is Matthew here, or has he disappeared? I was looking through the chat before I went live, and I thought I saw Matthew. Oh well, if Matthew comes back, hi Matthew. I'm going to be hugging my microphone today because it is blowing a gale. I think I must have cursed myself yesterday when I was talking about the weather, and we continue on regardless, rain, hail, or shine. There you are, Matthew. Hi, I thought I saw you. All right, so the sun's come out to play, which is lovely, but we've got this wind. So I'm going to be hugging my microphone next to my face to try and keep that wind noise down as much as possible. Welcome, everybody. We are here again in Toledo. So, Matthew, you weren't with us yesterday. This is our second Where Am I Wednesday, and we are in Toledo in Spain, which is about an hour south of Madrid. It's an amazing city. Let's not waste any more time. Let's turn this camera around and I'll show you where we're standing right now. We are going to start from the gate again, but we're going to head off in a different direction this time. And look at this. So we are down beneath the city wall, and the gate is just over there. So we'll have another look at it before we head down, away from the city wall and down to the lower level of the city. But look at this amazing city, isn't it? Just gorgeous. 2,000 years this city's been here. It dates back to pre-Roman time. And where that crane is just about where we're staying. We're just around the corner, almost across the laneway from where that crane is. So we get the the workers coming out every day to have their coffee just across the road from us. And there's a lovely avenue of beautiful trees here. It's really gorgeous. It looks like there's a terrace kiosk. We haven't checked that one out as yet. It's raining there, Dawn. That's good and bad. I guess you need the rain for the landscape, but also it doesn't make it much fun, does it? So let's have a closer look at the gate again. I have been reading a little bit more about it, just to give you a little bit more background. So I've got a better idea of the makeup and the eras, and they're not Swifty eras. These are actual eras. All right, so these big rocks down the bottom here, that's the original gate that dates back to the 11th century, built by the Arabs, the Moors, and so that was the starting point for the gates. There were 3 gates into the city. And I think they are all still in existence. We haven't had an opportunity to check them all out because we're on foot and there's a lot of hills and steps and things. So we're just basically over one side of the city, mainly checking out what's in our neighbourhood. And there's plenty to do, so we haven't felt the desire to go everywhere in the city. Hi, Tariq. Lovely to see you. I don't think any modern building will be around in 2,000 years. No, I think you're absolutely right, Dawn. So looking up, we've got the 2 first level. Sorry about the wind. And they date from the 16th century. Then there was a big renovation. So it went up into those 2 turrets, and they're duplicated on the back. So there's actually 4 turrets. And then when we get to the 20th century, right up the top there, they repaired one of those corner spires, and they did a little bit of work on the triumphal balcony. Hi, Annette, great to see you. All right, so that's the gate. And Annette, you weren't here to see it previously, so let's just swing around. Gorgeous sky up there, and this is the city wall. We're staying inside the city wall, but today we're going to go down. Look how narrow this and these trucks and buses, little buses, they drive through the narrow streets. It's crazy. For those who weren't here the other day, this is a tribute to the victims of COVID. It was erected in 2022. So some of us have seen this now for the third time, but it's definitely worthwhile showing it once again. Just going home for an afternoon concert and off later for some African contemporary dance. It sounds lovely to me. All right, so this says it's dedicated to the city of Toledo, La Ciudad de Toledo, a las víctimas del COVID-19. I don't know how you say that in Spanish. So there we go. That's a lovely tribute. So we're going to head down this way, and I've got something even more interesting to show you. But we'll look up at the walls of the city from time to time and just see if we can get different aspects of it from down below. So just heading off with the gate there in the background. Okay. Venga. Is it Venga or Vamoose? One of those. One of those means come on, and the other one means let's go. And I forget which is which. Alright, so here we have the beautiful Tajo River in the background down below us. And yesterday we saw the old bridge just around the bend. And Annette says, I'm surprised you're still in Toledo. It must be pretty central. The main reason why we're staying put, travel costs money. So we tend to sort of base ourselves in a location for, well, in Spain it's been roughly 10 to 12 days that we've been sticking around. And it really just gives us a chance to do what we'd always intended to do, which was slow travel. We're not rushing around every day, seeing everything that we can all in one go. What we can see from here, you might be able to see that there's two bridges. So between these two clumps of trees, if we look out further into the distance, we can see one that's a kind of an arch bridge and the other one is a kind of a suspension bridge. They're both white. So that's the river heading around in that direction. And it helps you kind of get a picture of the lay of the land of Toledo, which is not only a walled city, but it's got the natural moat, the way that the river winds around the geography of the city, which is built on a big rock. You've got the Tajo River forming a moat, which is an extra level of deterrence to invaders. Right, and I've just pointed into the sun, so I can't read your comment at the moment, Annette. Give me a second and I'll have a look. Where are we? Okay, let me just go back and have a look at that. Maybe I'll get lucky and you'll stay house for 10 to 12 days. I'm extremely affordable if you don't count the bath towel rental. Well, you make a compelling argument in it. Joanne, couldn't believe the price of train tickets when I was checking them. Some of them are so expensive. Oh, Joanne, we just made a decision yesterday between train and flying to get from Bayonne in France to Strasbourg in France. So literally we're going from the southwest corner of the country to the, well, not northeast, but over in the east. And it was ridiculous. It was crazy. So we ended up flying. We ended up saying, well, for an extra, $60, $70 Australian, we chose to fly. So we're taking a flight from, it'll stop in Lyon. We've got to stop over for, 40 minutes or something, and then on to Strasbourg. And that flight is costing us over $800. The train was over $700. It was crazy. I couldn't believe how expensive it was for two people one way. Just nuts. Joanne, oddly, sometimes it is cheaper to fly than get a train. Well, yeah, in this case, it was too much more expensive. So that's what we ended up doing. Hi, Ronnie. How you going? Lyon is a beautiful city, and unfortunately we won't get a chance to get out and have a look at it because we've only got 40 minutes. But there are so many beautiful cities, Tariq. And we can't see everything. And so we're seeing Leon in Spain, which I understand is also a beautiful city. So we've had to make decisions and choices and leave some things out, sadly. But never mind. Maybe I'll get lucky and someone else will do a virtual tour, and I'll get to see it virtually. Yes. People saying hi. Great. So here we've got some. That's quite random. There's some brickwork, and someone's decided to add musical notes. To the brickwork here. So we're going to cross this road, and then we're heading towards something that's at least as old as the city. It's over in this direction. Some of it is ruins, and some of it is less remote. Given that you already know that much of the city dates to the Roman era, I think you can probably figure out where I might be heading. And we saw some of it the other day, but we didn't see all of it. It's quite big. So let's go and see what we have to see. Tariq says cheaper to fly from London to, I missed that, than to take the train, and quicker. Yeah, it's always going to be quicker unless you have to get to the airport, 3 hours before, and then you've got transport issues at the other end. Sometimes we've made decisions based on, travel time at the other end. It might have been easier to get a bus, for instance, to our accommodation from a train station than it was from an airport or what have you. So, there's lots that goes into making the decision regarding which form of transport we take, and it's not always cost, although it often is. And Annette says, whatever Ronnie chooses, Dawn, lately she's been hooked on. Oh, okay, you're talking about what you're going to watch on TV? Okay, I'll leave you girls to chat. All we have at the moment is Spanish TV. So what were we watching the other day? It's better to watch the action stuff because there's not too much to try and figure out. But there is one channel that has non-stop all day. It's ridiculous. You won't believe this. A show called Naked and Afraid. Compelling television. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say on that. Except, why would you? Can anyone tell me why you would go on a show like Naked and Afraid? Anyone? Let me just wait for this car to go. Oh, so here's one of the big car parks for the city. And if we look back now, let me just get off the road. If we look back now, we just start to see the top of the gate over there. There we go. Sorry, I'm just going to... Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that at running then. I tapped the screen. Hi, Lynn. How are you going? Sorry, I'm just tapping the screen and things are going all over the place. And 5 minutes of fame, Joanne says. Yeah, it's stupid. It's crazy. I mean, surely we evolved to wear clothes for a reason. Didn't someone make that decision many, many, many eons ago to wear clothes because of, protection and all that? And then they were complaining that they were getting bitten by ants and mosquitoes. Seriously? Enough of that. Silliness. Naked Attraction, Dawn. Never would go on that show. No. Count me out as well, Ronnie Lynn. Count me out. All right, so here we are looking back up at the city from down below. There's the gate over there in the middle of the screen now. And then here, as I said earlier, where that crane is located is where we're staying. Then the building to the left of that is kind of administration offices, but the tourist information office is located at the base of that building. And then along here, I mean, this one here is quite an old building. You can see it's got the original old stonework and the tiles. Looks like it might not be in use at the moment. But next to it there's a cafe, taverna, restaurant, not open at the moment. But I'm heading over here where you can see that there's some trees and parkland coming up towards us. And it says, the mirrors in my house are at head and shoulder height for a reason. All right, so here we are. We can see the start, the beginning of what I want to show you. Believe me, it gets better. So what we're looking at is a Roman circus. And you may have heard of Circus Maximus. I'm not sure if I'm walking in the best place. I think I'll find a spot to get off this road as soon as I can. The Circus Maximus in Rome is the largest, most complete circus. It's where they had the chariot races. Now this is just the very far end of it. We're going to walk across the road and into a park and we will see more complete sections of it. But apparently this was the biggest. The Circus Toledo at the time, between the 1st and 5th centuries, was the biggest of the time. So these parts had only just been excavated and not a lot's been done with it. Where we're going to head over is to see where the main part of that stadium is. If you can imagine Charlton Heston and Ben-Hur with his chariot and his horses racing against his competitor. Okay, we're going to walk in here. We're going to have a little closer look at this end before we head over to where the main section is. So this would have accommodated something like 30,000 people apparently. I think that number's right. Again, I'm not very good with my numbers and facts and figures. Loved him in Ben-Hur, yeah. It was an amazing film, wasn't it? All right, so here we go. We've got, who knows what these bits are? I'm going to try and find an interpretive sign somewhere that will help us out. But at the moment, let's just have a look and imagine what, almost 2,000 years ago, people were here having competitive sport. Which is quite something when you think about it, isn't it? I can't even imagine 100 years, let alone 2,000 years. So, and we've got a gorgeous day for it. So I'm going to head across the road to the other park where the main part of this relic is located. Let's go and have a look at it. I've seen pictures. It looks pretty impressive. So I'm excited to take you there. Joanne says, I'm stopping off in Cartagena before Valencia. Lots of Roman stuff there, I think. I don't know a lot about Cartagena. But it's always fascinating, isn't it? We had to say no and bypass Roman ruins in Morocco just because it was difficult for us to get to. I was going to take you inside here, but I don't think it's open at the moment. It's basically a restaurant and hotel. All right, so here we go. Here's the Circo Romano. Again, it's all in Spanish, so unless you have Spanish, I can't really help you. Oh no, wait on. Here we go. It does have English here. All right, so the Roman circus in Toledo was one of the first to be constructed outside the Italian peninsula in the 1st century AD. Its original dimensions were 409 metres long, 100 metres wide. This construction shows how important Toledo, which was the original name of Toledo, became in the Roman era, despite being only a municipum and the drive of the social elite who constructed it and kept it in use for 5 centuries. So here we go. And Dawn says, I live close to Hadrian's Wall. We walked on Hadrian's Wall. So this is a reconstruction of the one in Rome. We actually stayed quite close to there. We could walk past it to get to the other sites when we were staying in Rome. And you can really visualise Ben-Hur when you look at that, can't you? And then this shows the arena that says you are here, está usted aquí. We're going to go across the road and have a look at that end of the Roman circus. And here we go, that's what they did here. Then we get images of the stadium and the seating. So let's not waste our time on pictures. Let's go have a look. Oh no, it's a little bit different. A little bit different on this side. So we're going to be going and looking for things like this. So I hope I've got all those people who are interested in archaeology, ancient archaeology. I've sprung that on you, didn't I? All right, let's head over here. So the other day when we were here, there were police everywhere. There was road closures. We had no idea what was going on. And we walked around the corner and turned out that there was some kind of a marathon. So there were runners coming down the street through the roundabout just up to my right. And this thing had better be open. If this thing's not open, this is going to be a very short tour, isn't it? I looked at the hours the other day. It said it was going to be open. Otherwise, we're just going to have to walk around the outside. Okay, here's letting me off. Thank you. Alright, we could be in trouble here, guys. If not, I'm going to take you back up to the top of the city anyway. Don't worry. So it says the hours of opening are from 8:30 until 10, and then in summer from 8:30 until 12. But that's definitely a lock on the gate. Yep, that gate's locked. So I thought I had it right. I had it right. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if there's another gate that's open somewhere else. Another way in, perhaps. Otherwise, we'll look through the fence and see what we can see. Isn't it always the way for a virtual guide, huh, Annette? Expect the unexpected. So we can see some of the structures over here. I mean, there's a playground here. Surely it's open for kids. What's going on? We're locked out. Boo. Boo-hoo. All right, you can kind of get an idea through there. Kind of heads up in that direction, all the way along there. Go a little further and see if I can find another gate. There were people here walking their dogs the other day. It's the only thing to expect when live streaming, Lynn, is the unexpected. That's correct, Annette. Absolutely correct. This gate's padlocked as well. All right, well, you know, that worked out well, didn't it? Okay, let's put the camera between the railings and have a look. Okay, do you get an idea? Do you get kind of an idea? of what it looks like. There's definitely no one in there. What a shame. Must be a reason why it's closed, but I can't imagine what that would be. All right, well, plan B is we go up through the gate and I'm going to show you the Cardinal Palace, which is a hotel and restaurant, and it's beautiful. We'll walk up to the top of the wall there and look down across the city again. And then to finish up, we're going to go up the escalators. I think I might have hinted at that the other day, but I'm disappointed. That's sad. You guys aren't, because you had no idea what you were going to expect today anyway. Okay, so you might be able to see the zigzag going up the hill there. Oh, I can smell some delicious food. Where's that coming from? Do you see that zigzag going up the hill? That is the escalators. There's a set of six escalators that goes up the hill that takes us back up to the top level, and then over where that crane is, that's where we're staying. Maybe the caretaker is having a siesta. Oh, there's got to be some excuse. What's the reason for it? Definitely a big padlock on that gate. Richard's having a siesta himself. Get Richard to climb it. He's only my fall guy when it's easy. We're starting to get some autumn colours coming through on the trees. I watched a bit of Paul's tour earlier today, where he made some announcements to his plans moving forward regarding live streaming. And the autumn colours looked absolutely gorgeous where he was taking us in Edinburgh there. So that was nice. Am I good at climbing, Lynn? I might have been once upon a time, but no, sadly. I'm not going to do that. Plus, I value my passport too much. I don't want to end up in a Spanish holding facility. Okay, so just up at this roundabout here, we're going to get to see another gate, and it is rather lovely, so it's not a complete dud. It's a business closing up for the day. It's an air conditioning business by the looks of it. And then up there is where we are headed. So get ready to storm the city. I don't know if any of you saw the TikTok I posted. So yes, the marathon was coming through here. All the traffic was stopped at this intersection. There were police out holding the cars back. And then the army came through. Well, I assume they were the army. They were doing the American thing where they do that chant, the leader chants and then the troop follows, all in Spanish. So that was quite funny. I don't know how they can run a marathon and continue to breathe and chant all at the same time. They must be fit. Did I enjoy? Dawn's asking, did I enjoy my goose supper with Richard? Those geese all survived our encounter with them. All right, so here we go. Look at the city wall here. Looks rather magnificent. And it says, I don't know about that, Lynn. I've seen Richard do some pretty hairy things for your streams. Look at the sky. So we're going to cross the road over here. It's a big roundabout. I'll take you up to that gate and then we'll go up the escalators. So just need to make sure that the road is clear There's a crossing down there, but we can do it here. The obstacle being getting over that railing. So, all right. Yep, I can do it now. Okay. My gimbal's playing up again. Normally 3 bars last me an entire tour. It's fully charged and calibrated this afternoon, and it's already flashing one of the bars. So how's the noise going? How's the wind noise? You can probably see that escalator over there now. So I'll go up there in a moment. But let's go and have a look. First of all, over here at this other gate. Oh, that wind. I tell you, I tempted fate yesterday. I veritably dared it to be windy, didn't I? And where were you running and singing? You were running and singing. I missed something. Whew. Okay. Oh shit, I was looking the wrong way. I was totally looking the wrong way. I was being an Australian. I was looking right to the left. Oops. Okay, so this is the Hacienda del Cardenal. I'm going to see if we can get inside here and have a look out. We'll get up on top of that wall, that turret, and look out. So let's have a look and see if we can get inside. And then this is, look at this. This is just beautiful. Isn't that stunning? There we go. In memory of Francis. Picture, picture. Picture, picture. Okay. I don't know what this means. Is this a sculpture? Looks like it might be. Escuela Talle. Escuela means school. So that's interesting. I noticed that the other day when we were trying to get it without looking into the sun. All right. So let's see if we can go in here. It's a hotel, a restaurant, a bodega, and a terrazza. It's called Hacienda del Cardenal. And we were able to get in here the other day. It's gorgeous. Look at this. And it's a bit sheltered in here as well. I'm just trying not to point the camera at people. We'll go over this way. So the hotel is over there in that direction. In here is restaurant and cafe, which is beautiful. But up here, first of all, look at this. Big old fig tree here. Or maybe not a fig. What that trunk is there. Go up here and have a look. Isn't this a cozy little spot? You can have your outdoor fire there. And I'm going to have a look. Tapas, yeah. We haven't had very many tapas here in Toledo. We had lots of them in Constantina, but not so many here. So we've got this nice view out here out of this window, looking out over the city with the wall just coming in on the side. The doors are beautiful, Dawn. And then we're going to go and see if we can get up on top of the wall over here. The paths are all like this, which are a bit treacherous. Some of the rocks are bigger than others. And in the old town, they can be even rougher. And yeah, Tariq, tortilla. We haven't had one actually as a tapa, but I was able to buy a supermarket one that we were able to heat up ourselves. And then I made one myself, and I was very proud of myself. It turned out very nice. So I made a Spanish tortilla. Whoops. Okay, just sort my muffle out, and then here we go. Let me climb up one step. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they? And the sun's just shining through. Yeah, it's just the flag's gone from the central. It was there the other day. Then if we look up here, we can see he must have lived here, Sarah. He must have. Just a stunning. Still in Toledo, Tina. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And the city wall is just beautiful. And I think that building there, I haven't been there yet. I'm going to try and check that out in the next couple of days. I think that building right in front of us with the squared off roof line is the old mezquita, the old mosque. So that's the building I want to check out over the next coming days. I'm not real thrilled with the idea that the religious buildings charge an entrance fee here in Toledo. I mean, it's not a huge amount, and I guess I understand because it is a big tourist town. There's a lot of tourists, but still, the idea of being charged to go into a place of worship just doesn't feel right to me. But I do want to see the inside of that mosque. And there's an old synagogue that's been converted to it started as a synagogue and then it became a cathedral. I'm going to try and get to that one as well, since it's a lot higher, the wall here. And look at the table settings over there. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Can you imagine the cardinal living here? Where are we? We're actually in, it's called the Hacienda del Cardenal, which is actually now a hotel, restaurant, and it says it's a bodega and a terrace as well. So that's what this building is. But you can actually come in and look at it, which is lovely. I don't think I can go too much further here. And I can't see over this wall. I'm too short. What city? We're in Toledo. Still in Toledo, Tina. All right. So I am going to make my way now to the escalators and we'll head back up to the old town. So stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Let's get down these stairs. Did I choose the most difficult way to get down? Probably. Look at this old grapevine here. I'm just going to take it slow. And the roof tiles. Look at the roof tiles. Tina, you have entered the twilight zone. Yes, we're still in Toledo. It's a beautiful city. If ever you get to Spain, I highly recommend it. And definitely stay in the old town. Okay, down. Here we are. And how do I get out of here now? Ah, yes, okay. So they welcome the tourists coming in and just taking pictures and standing up on top of the wall there and looking around, which is nice, given that it is the hotel after all. This is the entrance to the hotel is, which way? That way. I think it's that way. Oh yes, there's the sign that says hotel. Hi, Neil. Welcome. So Neil's going to catch up with us later. He's going to go back and start at the beginning. So, alrighty, let's head out. Back through here. Just before we head back up the escalators, I want to have a little quick squeeze in through this gate for you. So, just to give you an idea what it looks like inside the gate. Look at the sun peeking over the top of the turret. Okay, just in here. Just in here. There we go. Yes. It's a substantial building, isn't it? And to imagine that, I mean, you can see the Moorish influence with the shape of the arch. A very uniquely Arabic, Moroccan shape. Here we go. This is what Tariq's been waiting for. A sculpture in the courtyard. And that's just a beautiful, beautiful building up there, apartment building. And just have a look up at the top of the gate. It's very cool, isn't it, Ronnie? Okay. So there's still much more of this city for us to explore as well. And as I said, we're just taking it slowly. Thank you, Tina. I haven't seen any postcards posted yet. And other people's tours, not just mine. Please. Let's get this postcard thing fired up again. All right, here we go. Let's go. That was one thing I really used to enjoy in the other group, was the weekly postcard competition. And one of the things I was saddest about no longer being part of that community. I really felt like there was some really healthy interaction, sharing of the guides, tours, making people aware. Oh, excellent, I haven't seen it. I'll have to go back and have a look. I'll have to go find it again, Tina. I did not see it. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So we're going to head now to the escalator. We're going to do the storming of the city, 21st century style. We don't have our mighty steeds or our catapults. There's a dog on the loose. Who do you belong to? So that's where we were just standing up there. Now here looks like an old olive tree and it's got a plaque in front of it, so it's probably been planted as a dedication to someone or other. Oh, you did the Matthews tour. Matthews tours are really a dreadful time for us in Europe. They're at 3 o'clock in We have to try and persuade him to think of us in Europe as well when he posts his tours. All right, here we go. So this is how you storm a 2,000-year-old city in the 21st century, or at least get to the top. And we'll admire the brickwork of the wall before we go in. So this is only open between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. After that, these gates, big substantial gates get closed. So you can see we've got the hours of operation over here. Sorry, 11 o'clock most of the week, then 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. And here we go. Let's hope the signal holds. I've not seen Matt for a long time. By the way, Matt's tour listed on the TV calendar is not correct. His upcoming 2 tours are 12 hours different. I double-checked his YouTube, and it was correct that the time on the calendar that he has posted matches the time he's made it on YouTube. So, because I did wonder about that, the rest of his tours have been 12 hours the other way. Dawn, he does a presentation every weekend of his trip to South Africa to visit his family a few months ago. That's right, yes. I think he's got a series of about 6 or 8 tours. And here we go, look, we get a view as we go up the escalator. We get a view out over the city. Just let these people go past. And we can take our time and have a look out here as we go. I'll check with him, Neil. I don't want to cause confusion, so I'll double check with him. Oh, so are you saying that our calendar is correct and it's the other calendar that's not? He has switched it up by 12 hours? I'm confused. Oh, okay, all right. If that's the case, then I'll leave it as it is. So how many are we counting? I think that was 2, or was it 3? I've lost count. I haven't been counting. So I think that was 4. It could have been 5. I'm not sure. Let this fellow pass. There's a big, huge church over there. I have no idea what it is. As I said, there are so many churches in Toledo. And it's known as the city of the 3 cultures. So you have the area that we're staying in, which is the old Jewish quarter. When Annette was on the tour the other day, we were looking at and Neil, we were looking at all the Jewish markers on the path and in the laneways. And one of the Jewish synagogues is now a cathedral, so or a Christian place of worship. So I want to investigate that one and have a look at it. We can see the river out over there. Oh, okay, he's aware. All right, thanks, Neil. I'll leave it. The last thing people need is a multitude of people hassling them. There's one of the big car parks for the city, so you park down there and I think you get a shuttle bus from there up to the city. Okay, this I think was the last one. And all of a sudden it's gotten very windy again. So here we are. So that's the broader, what's the word I'm looking for? The larger city of Toledo. The burbs. And here we have the Tourist Information Office. Going around in that direction. There's another lovely old building just over here. And what I'll do is I'll head towards where we're staying in Sydney. Better than using the stairs, absolutely. So this is basically what the layout of Toledo is like everywhere. It's lots of uphill laneways, stairs. We've managed to find most of the routes that involve not using stairs, which is good. Just around the corner to the left, there's a lovely old building I want to show you. So there's a gorgeous church there. You can see here the signs for the synagogues and the cathedral. And I'm not sure what Doncellas Nobles is. And the Plaza de Zocodover, I think it is. That's where the Alcazar is, which is the huge palace. We were able to go in there free of charge the other day. It's pretty wild, Dawn. Accentuated because it's blowing across. Well, I've got the muffle, but still it doesn't stop it completely. So yeah, look at this old building here. It's rather gorgeous. And I don't know what it is. It's got some official looking flags up there. And some big doors. And something tells me that this is some kind of official government building of some sort. Maybe. All right, let's walk towards where we're staying, and I fully expect the signal to cut out at some point. So in case I lose you, thank you once again for joining me. But we will continue in the direction of our apartment just so you can get an indication of where I am this Wednesday. This is called Plaza El Merced. And for those who haven't been on every one of my Toledo tours, almost every second shop in the city is a sword shop. They sell swords, armour, and yes, we have found a lot of that lovely damascene, I think it's called, the black gold wear. Deborah from Sydney mentioned when I posted the photos that she'd been tempted and bought some. So she has some of that in her collection, some earrings. It's very tempting, I can tell you. It's beautiful. I think that might be Richard heading towards us. I have a feeling. Wearing his Sri Lanka t-shirt. See, I tempted him with the word pub before I left. taken me up on it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hang on, there's a car coming.
Why was the park closed?
Why was the bar closed?
The park.
The park. I know. Why was the park closed? I had no idea.
Yeah.
I got the hours all right and everything. So
Sorry in the distance. Yeah, I'll get you. Disappeared.
hey, so he says he tried to follow me. So basically, where you can see that umbrella down there, that's basically where we're staying. And I'm not going to risk losing the signal. Look at this guy trying to do a 3-point turn here. Must be his garage. It's going to end up being a 15-point turn, I think. And Dawn says, thank you, Lynn. I've really enjoyed your Toledo tours. I'll see if I can squeeze one more in before we leave on Sunday, Dawn. We are catching the train on Sunday to Madrid and then staying one night. And then from there, we're heading up to the Atlantic coast. Annette says, hold on, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you, Annette. Those are incredibly helpful, especially if monetary support isn't possible. And I echo that absolutely, Annette. Thank you. I am never going to stop doing or offering tip-based tours. I want these tours to be accessible to everybody, but I do appreciate support if and when you're able. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and finish off here because I know if I go any further, we'll lose you anyway. And we've been going for nearly an hour. So let's turn the camera around. Where are we? There we go. Okay, so thanks everybody. Here we go. He's turned up. At the mention of beer. At the mention of beer,
I had jumper and everything. It was really warm.
It's actually a warm wind today. Yeah, it was cold yesterday, but it's warm today. All right, everyone says hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I don't have anything scheduled as yet. I'm hoping to do something for you on Saturday, which is the national holiday of Spain. Basically, I've been reading up on it. It's Columbus Day. So I think in the US and in Spanish countries, they have Columbus Day. But I don't know if there's anything actually happening here. We went to the tourist information office. We said anything happening and they went, oh. So no, don't know. Anyway, I'll try and find something for us on Saturday to do. Otherwise, we'll just get one of those Spanish That's my hand. There. You know those ones with the spout and hold it? We'll just do that and celebrate Spain on our own. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye for now.